going on, my dudes? We are live. Welcome to another episode of Wednesday Night WINsel. I'm your host, Mystery School, and in this chat we just simply kick back, relax, read the comments, and today we have an article to read, so you can have that to look forward to as well. So here we go. Another episode of Wednesday Night WINsel. So far we have 0 guests. Let's see who joins first. Always the M Rios slash who else ever shows up first? M Rios, right on cue. M Rios right on cue. Holy crap. There he is. We are live. We are in fact live, my dude. How you doing, buddy? Oh, we got Jay in the house. What's up? What's up, bud? Yeah, I found an article about more women are choosing to be unmarried. Men need to adjust. It was made back in August of this year, so I kind of want to read it now. I kind of want to see what it says actually. I'd be interested to see her arguments actually. So that's what she says. I'm overdosed on black pills, but still alive in clown world. Yeah, dude. We're in some deep shit. Inflation at the wazoo. Fucking a water crisis everywhere. No fucking food in the grocery store. Farmers fucking revolting. Shit's out of control right now, dude. Whole world's on fucking fire. And nobody seems to be doing anything about it. Oh, there he is. Woody Johnson in the house. Woody Johnson. What's up, my WINcels? What's up, my dude? How you doing, buddy? Aw, Finleos. What's up, dude? How you doing, buddy? Hope you guys like the new music. Kind of just found this one on the whim, so see how it works. We got 6 viewers in the house. Only been 2 minutes. See what we get. Definitely plan to read this article at some point. Once we get enough guests in the house, I'll read the article. I didn't go to the gym at all today, but I got like a good news from my dentist. Actually, I have pretty good teeth for once. I'm like, thank God. I'm like, thank you, Jesus. My teeth have been so fucking bad for the last when I was like a kid and growing up. My teeth were so fucking bad. Now they're fucking pretty good now. Feels good to have that good bill of health from the dentist. Born to be live. Huh. Nice. Count of Woodlands. How you doing, buddy? You in that broken down house? It's over from Zoomer Trader. How you doing, buddy? We got 7 viewers in the house. Okay, we got a lot going on here. Let's see what we got going on. We have any memes? We do have a meme I could play. I want to save this meme for later on, or maybe I won't do it at all. Yeah, I won't do it at all. I'm gonna save this meme for later. I gotta get my meme collection up and going for SNC on some weekend. Who knows? I haven't decided when I think I'm gonna start it up yet, but it'll be come back soon. Not anytime soon now, but soon. You know, in like maybe a week or 2. Yeah, I'm a teeth though. I need a teeth whitening procedure. My teeth are still pretty good, and they aren't really all that yellow or brown, something like that. Pretty good teeth. The Meeks meme. Yeah, dude, the Meeks shall inherit the earth. 400 weeks, 1 Meeks. 1 Meeks. Oh, dude, that shit's fucking cracks my ass up every fucking time, dude. Like, seriously? Somebody fucking made this shit? Like, no way, dude. Oh, man. By the way, I should be on the I think on what month are we in now? September 14th, guys. September 14th. I will be on the Vital Messages channel as an interviewee. So come join. It should be happening at 9. I think it's 9 o'clock my time, which is Eastern time. So whatever that is in your time, that's good. I think it's 8 o'clock Central Standard Time on his time, or some shit. So yeah. So I'm gonna be on the Vital Message or Caduceus' stream on September 14th, I believe. If everything stays the same as right now, which it should be pretty good. So there won't be a Wednesday night WINsel that day. I'll just be on that stream, which is good. You know, you get some viewers. Hopefully, people will join. Yep, there you go. I'm bored, nothing to look forward to, and need some action. Huh. I don't know what to tell you, my dude. Don't self-delete, my dude. Don't do it. We're at 9 viewers so far. Alright, let's do some fucking, I wonder if Jay wanted to come on. I know he joined earlier, then he left. This is what life feels like right now, honestly. This is how life feels right now. Here we go. Here's a meme for you guys. That's how life feels sometimes. Time's just slipping right by, and you're just like getting lost in the time. That's what it feels like, dude. You're just lost in fucking time. Like you're just like you're not doing anything with your time. It's like you're just losing yourself. That's what it feels like, dude. Sometimes, like you just get like all this like this time lost shit, and yeah, you work your ass off. You do all the crazy ass shit, but you feel like you're not really getting anywhere in your life. That's what it kind of feels like when you're just losing time. Like time's just slipping by. I cannot believe that we are already past the like we're already in like the fall basically. Cannot believe it, honestly. I mean, what the fuck? I don't know what the fuck Europe is gonna do when it comes down to the energy crisis right now. With Russia cutting off the tap to the to Germany, that's gonna cause a lot of upheaval in that country for sure. If people can't fucking heat their homes in the dead of winter. Yeah, I'm not even sure what's really going on the ground when it comes down to the war in Ukraine. I don't know what's going on. I don't really know what's going on. Truth be told, I can't really kind of figure out what's going on. And no fucking substantial progress. Oh yeah, one week feels like 2 days at max. Yeah, it's like time's just like slipping by. Just don't root max, bro. Europe is already in recession. Or you already in a recession, yeah. Priced in. No one knows every side is coping. Basically, that's what it feels like, dude. Like every single meme you see, every single article you see is like you gotta like really take into account is like how much of this is propaganda from the Ukrainian government to keep their keep the war game going. Because like if we actually do an internal audit of the troop count or how bad it truly is, like would we come to the same conclusion that they're coming to about this war? Who knows? Like they have every incentive to keep kind of. I'm not gonna say they're lying because that would be a bit of a stretch, but like they have every incentive to like paint the rosiest picture of their condition to the West every few months to say, oh look, you killed this many Russians. we did this, we did that. They have every incentive to do that, but yeah, that's what I'm trying to say. They have every incentive to do it, so it only makes sense that like they would do it for the money because they need the money. Desperately need cash right now, so the resources they need the weapons, the HMRS, whatever they're called, HMRs, whatever they're called, HEMRs. They need those. So Ukraine wants like 400 billion in aid. Wow, a fucking clown world shit, dude. Like you're just basically this printing up money thing. Here you go. Here's your money. Say what the fuck's going on in fucking Ukraine, dude? That's some clown world amount of money right there, dude. No matter who wins, we already have supply chain disruptions for years to come. Yep, absolutely, dude. It's unbelievable how hard it is to find stuff. You can't get stuff prepared or replaced. There's not enough workers in general. What's going on? The whole world's just like grinding to a fucking halt. It's kind of weird. The Oswald Spengler Society Award. It's 2022 prize to Jordan Peterson. Wow. First, when I read that, I couldn't believe Spengler would turn in his grave if he knew that. Absolute shame. Wow. Like how is like Peterson fix the issue? And then you got to wonder for guys like Jordan Peterson, how much is he really allowed to say about certain things? Obviously, even he has lines he won't cross too about certain issues, like the incel issue. He won't really touch this issue at all. He'll talk around it, but he wants to talk to it. He won't really talk about how men are treated in society. Well, he kind of does, but he never comes to the I feel like his conclusions are just wrong. Everyone is talking about Taiwan, but the tension in the Middle East is at its highest. Yeah, I've heard about Taiwan. Yeah, tension over there is pretty crazy, and as well as the Middle East. Yeah, everything's fucking falling apart right now, dude. In slow motion. Old wounds are opening up. Old grievances are popping up again. It's gonna be one hell of a fucking century. Highest point, yeah. But yeah, back to Peterson. Peterson's like he just kind of has like this weird like he'll talk about the incel issue, but he won't talk to it to some extent. Like he won't talk about it either. He'll kind of like talk around it. He'll like, okay, like yeah, men are having issues in the dating market. Blah blah blah. We know that women aren't attracted to most men. He'll concede that point, but he never comes to the conclusion that okay, well maybe we need to do something about the women. And so his conclusion is always like, no, the men just have to do better. And it's like, okay, dude, like the men are doing everything they can. Like, what do you mean the men have to do better? What do you mean by that? Like how much better? Like at what point is she gonna be satisfied? The problem is that she's never satisfied. There's no satisfying the unsatisfiable. I mean, you're seeing people like what's that guy's name? Tom Brady getting divorce raped. You have Larsa Pippen with another. That's not really high profile per se, but that was pretty sad what she did to him. Like you left this guy and then you go date some fucking younger guys. Like seriously. Yeah, shit's just crazy, dude. JP is just giving Cope the profit off repill sales. Red pill sales, maybe. what's happening in the Middle East. I can't keep up anymore, boyo, Zimmer Trader. Okay, we got 15 people here. We're gonna start reading the article. Let's do it. In fact, let's do an invite link. Fuck it. I did the invite link in the chat if you want to go join. Let's do it. All right, here we go. 3, 2, 1, and switch screens. Here we go. More women are choosing to be unmarried. Men need to adjust. Times are changing and settling for an unsatisfying male partner. Unsatisfying male partner. Okay, let's see how they define that. Is less appealing than choosing self-respect and living alone. Wherever there is a woman lamenting the abysmal prospects of the heterosexual dating world, there's a man waiting to remind anyone who will listen that the problem could never be cis het men. It has to be her. Seems you hit a wall and you are mad at younger women who are your competition. There might be some truth there. There's a lot of truth there. Like a lot of chads, they won't settle for an older woman. They're gonna settle for a younger woman if they can. They're gonna settle for the youngest one they can possibly get. So like, yeah, the men they're choosing have options, a lot of options. So yeah, this is a viable criticism that nobody really wants to accept. Have fun competing over the men most of you want, the most of you will never get. Black women are conditioned to view black men as beneath them. They probably are. The way they fucking treat us, like, it's unbelievable, dude. They definitely are. Conditioned, or it might even be fucking innate at this point, the way it fucking looks now. They just are not, like, designed to, like, respect you at all. Like, there's no like respect for, like, your masculinity, you know, unless you're, like, a thug or a basketball star or some sort of, like, a derelict, basically. So in the black community, yeah. Here are a couple of unsolicited comments I get from what appear to be male-led accounts when I ask single black women who date men on TikTok how they viewed the dating world based on the quality of matches. It's become disgustingly popular for men in some spheres to warn women that having high standards is a problem, that they will leave them bitter and alone. But perhaps it is actually these same men that should be concerned about what not meeting these standards mean for their own satisfaction and well-being. Okay, so basically it's like an ultimatum here. It's either meet my fucking standards or don't approach me. And her standards are gonna be so fucking unreasonable that no man can ever meet them. So what the fuck's your problem? Like, your standards are gonna be so unrealistic about, especially when it comes to the look stuff. Your standards about the men you're gonna fuck, the men you're gonna date are gonna be so fucking high that you're not gonna find a single man who's gonna meet those standards. So you're always gonna be unsatisfied. Therefore, there's no satisfying your high standards. So these people are fucking unbelievable, dude. Because for years, women have grown increasingly comfortable with not getting married. Are men feeling the same? Probably. Depending on if you're Chad. Chad doesn't care about getting married, dude. Chad just cares about smashing and leaving. So the men who actually do want to get married, they might care to some extent, but the reality is that it's like, whatever, dude. Times are changing, and the women's sense of value is shifting. Psychologist and author Dr. Chloe Carmichael told the Daily Beast, "We were once socialized to prioritize marriage and children, and now women see there's a lot of other paths besides that." This is actually kind of true. Women now see that their options are now Chad Light, or Chang or Tyrone. Yeah, there's a lot of paths in your life, women. Yeah, there's a lot of paths. Like, okay, like, you're all choosing to go on your career path and doggy, have dog career path and travel and do stuff like that and eat out in restaurants every fucking weekend. And it's like, okay, like you can't all like I don't know, like, you can't call that like you're all doing the exact same thing. It's like there's a lot of other paths. The only paths I ever see women doing are the exact same fucking things they do all the time, which is dog, travel, eat out at places, drink a lot, fuck Chad, fuck Chang, fuck Tyrone, fuck Chad Dula, and then travel somewhere else, and then do that somewhere else. That's all they ever done. That's all they ever do. What do you mean other paths in life? It's true. Plenty of women, which tells you that because a lot of women are choosing that path, that path is definitely the that's what women truly actually want. They don't actually want to be married and have kids and do all the motherly duties. Those things were simply a byproduct of needing a man. Now that you no longer need a man anymore, you can do what you actually want, which is to basically live a life of leisure, do nothing but travel, dog, stuff like that, and you get sex with Chad all the time. That's all they really want, and it's going to go to show you what they truly actually want, not what society says they want. It's true. Plenty of women, including myself, may want to be married or have a life partner, but we also have too many options and needs beyond marriage and child rearing to rush and settle with just anyone. Yet the obvious fact didn't stop one TikTok commenter from assuming that my life partner will be working at Walmart, and I simply pass him for other options. I'm not sure if the commenter was speaking about the many educated college educated Walmart employees or those who make as much as $200,000 a year, or if he was referring to the average associate. But when marriage isn't its dire necessity, I have every reason and right to pass on whoever I choose. And she's not wrong. She can pass on all those men if she wants to. That's fine. But there are consequences for doing that. And at some point, you will reach an end point where it's like, I'm not saying you're going to hit a wall, but you're going to hit a biological wall where, like, if you claim you want children, if you claim you want to be married, a lot of men aren't going to marry a 40-year-old woman. I don't know. Like, people will smash a 40-year-old woman. People will go on Tinder and simp for a 40-year-old woman. But will they marry a 40 or 50 or 60-year-old woman at age 35? Like, they'll even date. Like, you're seeing it now with Larsa Pippen, but that's like an exception to some extent. But like, you're seeing it a little bit here. Like a younger guy might be banging or probably is banging an older woman. But will he marry her? I don't know if he will. I don't know if he'll actually put a ring on that finger or not. Probably just doing it for a quick smash, a quick lay, and then he'll probably just move on to somebody else. So, but if they get married, who knows? But like, I just don't see that happening en masse. So like, there is there possibly is like a marriage wall, but there isn't like a this SMV wall has been destroyed in my opinion. That whole theory is really just bullshit. The sexual wall makes you no. The simp wall has no fucking boundaries, stuff like that. Either way, I'm going off on a tangent now. I have every reason and right to pass on whoever I want. Okay, whatever. Everyone's got different priorities. And if my priorities were to get married, I'd marry the first guy that asked me, a psychologist and counselor, Suzanne Jeggs White, told the Daily Beast. She has a hyphenated last name. Ooh. We can't allow other people to tell us what our priorities should be, she added. I have great respect for blue-collar workers, and I know many of them have made great spouses. But after seeing comments like this, I'm reminded of the controversial opinions of men like the late Kevin Samuels. Oh, shit. Who built an online empire or online platform on relationship advice that often targeted black women and women over 30 for being what he described as low value because they did not possess the sexiest qualities he believed necessary for them to attract high-value men. Well, he wasn't wrong, though. He wasn't wrong. Do you think... Do you think the average fucking like rapper, like top tier rapper, wants to go after some fucking like a Lizzo looking chick? No, dude, he's not going after fucking Lizzo. He's going after a fucking dime piece. He's going after the fucking the top of the tier women, dude. He's not going after fucking a Lizzo tier women, dude. He's not doing that. You think the top dude, the top CEO of the company is gonna go after the fucking ugly ass fucking mousy girl? Probably not. He's probably going after the fucking secretary or some shit. Like he's not going after these low level lays like on a regular basis. Now he'll dip down if he has to, and he often will dip down sometimes. But like when it comes down to who he's actually gonna go after, like and date on a serious manner, he's gonna be dating the top tier women, dude. So like just because he's fucking you doesn't mean that you're high value. It just means that you're an easy lay for him on a slow night. That's all it means. Okay, and I have to wonder why women are constantly encouraged and damn near expected to date whomever will accept us, regardless of what we want and what we bring to the table. Now, there's a lot of good men out there, but the ones who are going to speak out against women are the ones who are scared of what would happen if women continue to determine their own value and not prioritize marriage. Dr. Deggs White. Dr. Carmichael thinks that though both men and women can unintentionally be boxing themselves into a corner with certain standards, sometimes people say someone's standards are too high as a way to absolve themselves from responsibility to try to meet or live up to them. That could be true to some extent. I could see this being true just on the face of it, saying that, like, yeah, it's almost like what we talk about here with people saying, "Hey, bro, just do nothing, bro." Like, or the whole, like, "Hey, man, I'm not going to take responsibility for anything at all because why the fuck should I?" And it's like, okay, like, sort of some crazy ass shit like that. And it's like, look, dude, like, you have to take some responsibility for your life. You have to do some things. So, like, you can't just keep using like the black pill, or you can't be using other things, other like things like determinism as an excuse to just do nothing. Like, we all know there are factors outside of your control that led you here, but you should still at least try to like overcome those overcome the bullshit to some extent. That's what I'm trying to say there. But as far as like there's meeting standards, and then there's having an unreasonable standard. If you have a standard that's so fucking strict that no one can pass through, then my god, like, you're literally unsatisfiable. If you have a standard that's reasonable, where it's like basically you'll catch more flies with honey, I believe is the old saying for it, basically, instead of vinegar. And if you probably you might find a few duds, but you're gonna find somebody in that list of standards. If your standards are just so high, you're not getting anybody at all. Then my god, you're so fucking, yeah, you're putting yourself to a corner. And then of course it's a matter of like what exactly are your standards anyway? Like, what are your standards so far? So yeah, you got to answer that question. And according to a recent piece published by Psychology Today, written by a board-certified couples and family psychologist Greg Matos, this guy again, it seems that while women are already putting off marriage to achieve certain goals, if we choose to marry at all, more of us are unwilling to compromise, particularly when it comes to emotional availability and communication. And it's leading to some more single, lonely men. As more women choose to be single to wait for qualified partners, we threaten lifelong held societal dynamics in that the idea that women are meant to be kept in a certain place. And I made another TikTok discussing Psychology Today article on how women are willing to wait longer for the right partner. Among the many comments from ladies in agreement, I was warned by one of you of the increased violence against women. Hope is worth it, the anonymous account threatened. Now, I can't say for sure it was a man who said this, but given the history of unhinged perverted incels that hide in the deepest pockets of the web, I'm going to leave the door open on that one. Huh. There's a knockout to the incels there. I wonder what this article even goes to. Let's see what it goes to. I'm actually kind of curious now. I want to see what this goes to. Huh. This article literally, it links to the really old incel threat video where it talks about the new Secret Service report details the growing incel terrorism threat. Yeah, that old article from like a long time ago got updated again, I guess. But like, I don't know where she would get perverted and I think she said, what else she say here? She said perverted and unhinged from out of that article though, because like, I don't know, are incels really that big of a threat? How many of incels are just gonna end up like are rotting in their homes and dying alone, like, and just end up like accepting their fate and coping to the very end? Probably gonna be a lot of those guys. A lot more than the crazy ass fucking unhinged motherfuckers who go out there and do mass deletions and shit like that. So scary to imagine how bothered some heterosexual men are become at the idea of women choosing to remain unpartnered. I don't think men particularly care actually overall. We're just saying like this is going to have unintended consequences for society though. At the end of the day, if women don't have children and remain unpartnered, it's going to have unintended consequences for society, whether you like it or not. And if too many women do it, then my God, we're gonna have such a restricted fucking restricted fucking birth pool. My God, it's gonna be horrible. But that comment, however outrageous and incessant habit of some men try to convince women to lower their expectations, even some scientific basis, point to an issue I'm sure few of these men would like to admit. They might need women more than we need them. Uh, nah, men are pretty. It depends on what you mean by need women. What do you mean by need women? Maybe you'll get to that down here, but I doubt you will. What do you mean by need? Because a lot of men can cook on their own now. A lot of men can clean on their own now. A lot of men can do laundry on their own now. A lot of men can clean up the house on their own. A lot of men do a lot of like domestic duties now on their own without the need for women. So like all those duties that you used to do are now being done by me now. So like, well, so what do I need you for in that regard? Okay, so all my basic needs are met. I can cook. I can take care of myself. I can wash my own clothes. I can wash my own ass. I'm good to go. Now there are emotional needs that need to be satisfied as well. But the saddest part is who needs those emotional needs? Like you have emotional needs too as well. So like you can't just like say like, oh well, women need this but men don't, or men need this and women don't. Like no, we both have those needs, so both need to be scratched. So like you also have a need for that as well, but you can get it easier than we can. That's for sure. So we can only speculate as to why someone would want women to shelve their needs and desires rather than simply raising themselves to meet higher standards. But Dr. Deggs White suggested one possible answer: giving up power terrifies some men. Oh, I ended up putting the some men in there. As more women choose to be single or wait for qualified partners, we long threaten. I already read that. What the hell? When women start families before attaining educational or career growth, it helps to maintain the status quo of a patriarchal system. So men who want to uphold the structure need us to marry them in order to do so. They're somewhat correct here actually. Patriarchy used marriage as a way to hold families together, hold communities together, and hold people accountable to some extent. If nobody's getting married, that apparatus kind of falls apart because like you can't really maintain armies or you can't maintain an army, you can't maintain a society, you can't maintain a workforce with a bunch of men who don't have sex. It just won't work. The men literally will not work hard. They'll work at the least amount that they possibly can every day. Go to work. Go to work. Just do the whole what's it called now? The what's that quit thing called? The new fucking quit shit. All the shit like that. All the new meme about what's it called? Soft quitting or something like that. Or like you basically quit your job but you're not really quitting. Either way, you're gonna end up with a lot of societal shit that's gonna be wrong in your society with a bunch of unsexed men. So this is somewhat kind of true, where it's like, okay, if the women withhold sex, they can in theory take down patriarchy. But the problem is that will you get enough women to actually do that? And notice how it says marry. You don't necessarily need men to marry women. You just need enough sex to go around for the men to maintain your society. The sex matters as well as the emotional stability. It matters as well. But like I think the vast majority of men would just be happy with like getting sex to some extent as something to tie them over, at least in the meantime. And then a lot of men would be the ones who want something a little bit deeper can get that as well. Who knows? But yeah, some men want to hold the structure, need to marry them in order to do so. Yeah, it's not necessarily marriage that has to be upheld, but just the whole sexual dynamic or the sexual marketplace needs to be upheld. It could be another type of ceremony as well. It doesn't necessarily have to be marriage, but either way, there are physical and emotional benefits for both men in marriage. What about women in marriage? As Mados explains in Psychology Today piece, men typically are happier and healthier than when partnered. It's possible that men benefit more from marriage than women. Dr. Carmichael, however, greets that with a little bit of skepticism to avoid looking at it through a lens of patriarchy, but she sees how one might come to the conclusion given that women are more likely to do things like go to the doctor and encourage their partner to do the same with the benefit of men's overall health, which will benefit men's overall health. Dr. Deggs White agrees because studies have shown that men have the greater health benefits from marriage than women do. Dang, dog. Women literally keep us alive, dude. We're fucked. We're the less likely to seek counseling, or men are less likely to seek counseling without encouragement, which would often come from a partner, and women are more likely to take care of themselves no matter what. Like, and you can argue that, like, okay, like men go to the doctor more because they get encouraged by their partner to go to the doctor more. So, which it does help men's overall health, but like men also don't need to run to the doctor for every little thing either. Like, you don't necessarily have to do that either. So, like, there's a tipping point because, like, my mom, she runs to the doctor for everything. I don't run to the doctor at all for most anything. So, like, there's just a balancing point where, like, you go to the doctor for checkups and you go to the doctor for various things, but you don't go to the doctor for literally everything. Like, there's a reason why women consume more healthcare than men do over a lifetime because, like, they literally just go to the doctor all the goddamn time. Think about it. When you see a news profile, a woman who lives to be over 100, she asks what her secret is, and you hear sometimes her say, "I drink whiskey every day and I never got married." As women prioritize other aspects of life over partnership, I wonder what likely response from men would be, considering that many seem uncomfortable with that idea. For Dr. Dreg's White, it's frightening to think that what will men do if a growing number of men are unable to find wives. Yeah, what do you do when there's no emotional connection between the men and the women? What do you do when, like, the men literally view you as competition or even the enemy? What do you do? Obviously, there's a simple fix for lonely men. Instead of expecting women to meet you where you are, just do the work to become a better partner, which is what Mito outlined in this piece. Obviously, there's a simple fix for lonely men. The simple fix is do whatever I want you to do. Meet my standard or fuck off. Basically, what she's saying here again. Meet my standard or fuck off. What she's basically saying here. Yeah. Okay. How are men supposed to work on these skills if they can't even get into a basic relationship at all? How? Like, what do you mean, like, work on becoming a better partner? What would make these men the best partners is if they possibly had dating experience at all with a single woman. Literally just man up again. Yeah, basically just man up. The alternative is that some of these men would watch the film. As medium writer Vanessa Torre expertly put it in a beer before Mato's story came out, rather than assuming high standards are the reason women are single. My God, this fly's going crazy on me. Sorry. Are the reason women are single? Understand that men are single because women have standards. As if, like, the reciprocal is not true as well, where it's like men have standards too. So, like, if the women are no prize themselves either. So I don't know what, like, a mystical woman they're talking about when they make these articles up. So it's like they find, like, the apex woman who's, like, on her grind, and she's still 25 years old, and she's working up the corporate ladder. She's doing all this crazy ass shit, and she still has time left. But what we're really talking about is some 35-year-old roasty who literally fucked her way all up the corporate ladder, fucked her way through college, fucked her way through high school, fucked her way through every single thing in her whole fucking life, made it to the top of a corporation somehow, via some fucking diversity hire program or some fucking what's it called, restorative justice program or some shit like that to restore the justice that women have, or that women have been taken away from by men. She gets some fucking do nothing fucking job. She's 35 years old. She's hitting a biological wall, and now she's writing about how there's no man who meets my standard. No man meets my standard. And it's like, okay, look. First things first. Like, your value is less because you're old. Now I know I'm making a bit of a straw man here, a little bit of a stereotype here, but come on, I'm just gonna make the stereotype again. Like, if you're older now, a lot of you spend so much time in college. You're age 30 years old. You hit the fucking wall, or you're hitting the biological wall. Now you're like, oh shit, I gotta find a man to have a kid with. But now your standards are now sky high because you've been ran through by Chad Cock your whole fucking life. So you've been ran through by Chad Tyrone and Chad Dula and all that stuff like that. So all these high tier men, and then you get to somebody else, and you can't settle for a Beta Billy or Beta Bob because Beta Bob isn't Chad Tyrone or Chang. So, like, your standards are warped by the men you used to fuck, and that's just not fair. Like, sorry, like, your standards are unreasonable. So you're the one you're the one who's kind of shit at SOL out of luck, dude. Like, you're missing out on the men that you actually need to maintain a society, which would be the average man. The average man is the guy who does all the shit jobs in society that no one wants to do in society. The average man is the man who does all the maintenance work that no one wants to do in our society. The average man is the guy who does all this crazy ass shit. and people forget that. Like people shit on the little guy or the guy in the middle of the pack, but like that guy is the guy who maintains society. He builds buildings. He's a bricklayer. He does crazy ass shit. He does he climbs up fucking those towers to maintain the infrastructure and stuff like that. Like the middle guy. It's not like these terror chads walking on the road doing all this crazy ass shit, dude. It's the middle guy, and the middle guy oftentimes he did it because he did it because he had a family and a wife and kids to take care of at some point. Now he doesn't even have that anymore. He has nothing, and so why the hell would he do any of those crazy ass jobs? He might as well just fucking sit down and rot and die. Like this is not going to end the way you think it's going to end, where it's like you can just maintain a society off of like having single unmarried men run en masse. Doesn't make any sense. Not 5 foot Indian janitors. I know what you mean though. I'm not trying to say like the little guy, like the middle guy, like it's the Joe Sixpack, or you want to call it the average guy. Like it's not always going to be these like terror chats who fucking do everything, dude. The 5 foot Indian janitor shrugged. Yeah, baby. Oh yeah, that's the end of the article though. Oh man. Yeah, women are basically deciding to eat exclusively caviar, then complain they are starving. Yep. Why can't I get up to caviar? Well, why did you eat caviar your whole fucking life and never expand your palate? Well, my palate's too rich for to eat Burger King or to eat a regular hamburger. I can't do that. Well, sorry, but like all we have is that. Like you have to eat something. Well, no, I don't. I deserve to have my standards met. It's like okay, well then die. I don't tell you. Like you starve. Chad is like crack for them, basically, dude. They get addicted to the guys they fuck. They get addicted to the guys they always screw around with. So these women think Chad's doing the important work. Yeah, basically. What's up, we got an I? What's up, I? We have no guests so far, so no guest wants to join. This could be a short one as well. Hello, Phil Mulgrew. What's up, my dude? Still abolishing the 19th for win. Yeah, it's not gonna happen, dude. Unless some fucking major war happens, some shit, or some big revolution happens. We got our frog. We got our drink. We got our smoke. Beautiful. We need mercantilism. Maybe we do. I can't join without a joint in my mouth. Huh. We need a fucking meteorite. The world's a crazy ass place, dude. I noticed that they did the special master for Trump's documents, so who fucking knows what's gonna happen there. Truth be told, I kind of don't want Trump to run again to some extent. Kind of getting tired of the guy now. this is kind of annoying now a little bit. There are articles about the article is a bunch of BS. If you are above a certain threshold of looks, women don't care about the EL. But the emotional intelligence, that's what you meant. EI. If you are ugly, then they want you to be slave, basically. I can't do anything about it, but take the androcentric black pill. Jeremy did nothing wrong. Huh. No politician can save us. Yep. I would agree. Was out of town for Labor Day and went to State Fair and literally saw at least 50 different group of Gen Z girls. Barely saw any Gen Z guys there. Definitely over for Gen Z men socially. What's going on, dude? Like, men are going outside. Men are doing anything. Maybe think in the 90s and 2000s, women were jealous of men and wish they could be men. Now men are jealous of women and wish they could be women. The scary part is that actually the I think from the most recent data, the actual male to female trans stuff actually goes from now and goes more there's more women turning to men now, or more female to male trans now than there ever have been compared to male to female. Like a male to female used to be the biggest used to be the biggest switch. Now it's the other way around. How you boyos? What's up, Judas Fist? I'm a standby mode. I'm on standby mode. What is there to do outside? You tell me, dude. Nothing. Why should I go out, meet new people, bro? Seems a good strategy to transition to food. God damn it. That's disgusting. Why? For real, female. I never seen a female to male transformer. Probably you can't really notice them as much. A male to female is just like, obviously, they're yeah, you're pretty easy to spot those guys. It's fucking weird. But the female to male, like, this is like short dudes, so they might just like blend in better. Honestly, that kind of just proves that like ugly men are just invisible in general to most people in general. Not even invisible; they just like get ignored. I call BS. Majority of men in the future will be slaves if we're not already. Look for a disappointed manlet. What's up, Jack Nickelback? What's up, dude? Proof boys hate themselves. Gen Z has always been an antisocial demographic group. Go outside so the elements accelerate your rotting. Yeah, dude. Yo, mystery buddy boy. What's up, dude? The society is losing it. Do you hear about the male that transitioned and then deleted themselves shortly after seeing how men are treated? I've always thought that women prefer to be non-binary than go transformer because as non-binary they can act like men but still get female privilege, like Demi Lovato did. Trans shit never existed back in the 80s and 90s. I was there. Yeah, but the small percentage that did exist, they're mostly female to or male to female. They're never capable of sex as a sex, but have to compete hard for social satisfaction or just to be born under unfavorable conditions. Since men are in constant competition, they don't get to enjoy the perks. Nah, but Reddit is full of female to male disappointment threads. That female that transitioned to male, I mean, society never cared about men and never has been. It always has been. Yeah. Cyberpunk dystopia was supposed to be separate science fiction. It's reality now, my dude. Because they would only exist in a vacuum where male competition does not exist. The characteristics that women are envious of mean nothing when they are rendered invisible at an individual level. On an individual level. Because they would only exist in a vacuum. I read that one already. Men are just consumer cattle. If even that. At best, we're a nuisance. At worst, we're we're dead. Dead to them. Competition, unless you're at the top male, women get all their social needs met more readily, if not by that definition. Better to live in a cave instead of being a slave. Based in Bin Laden pill. I think they are going to be for no gender at all in the future. That way, no one has an advantage over the other. Shit is unbelievably fucking weird, dude. Live in a cave, bro. Since civilization started, we've always had slaves. That's true. Back in a sec, my dudes. Somebody join up in the chat if you want to join up. I'm back, guys. All right. He's made some coffee, so I'm drinking that coffee. You gonna get one of these soft girls mystery? Fuck that shit, dude. That shit's a huge fucking grift. Nickelback join up. Now you're gonna have to sing about photographs. Stream's almost over anyway. I think every guy wishes women were mostly sexually dominant, like wanting to be more dominant and give as opposed to being primarily submissive and receiving. I don't know if every guy wants that. We need to go to Actual Impact, Rest in Peace Planet Earth. Genderless society, yeah, that's what they want. Most men are NPCs too, don't care about themselves. That's true. Too nervous to join. Most of you are. Passivity is only a big ass problem nowadays when you have to tiptoe around a lawsuit just to say hi. You know, when you have all the BS propaganda in the West, because there's no they're indirectly telling us what we will become poor and have to lose privileges. BS is not used much outside of the West. This is who I think it is. This is Jack Nickelback. What's going on, Jack?
What's up, man?
Been a while, my dude.
Well, yeah, been a while since I had time off too.
What you been doing for work?
Same old shit. Also that.
Is it Uber Eats?
Say what?
Is it Uber Eats?
No, it's not Uber Eats.
That's the big meme from Richie Hart. Oh, and this Uber Eats meme with what's that guy's name? Woody Johnson. He swears up and down that Woody Johnson works at Uber Eats. I'm like, what the fuck? I'm like, what is going on with this meme?
I actually did the math on that bullshit. Tops out like what? $40 for gig work if you're doing like courier bullshit and have a pickup truck or something. That you ain't getting shit.
Damn. That fucking sucks. I don't know. I've never done gig work before. Never had to.
I don't care how poor I'm getting. I'm not getting that poor. Fuck that.
Some people just do it, dude. I don't know how the fuck they do it. Some people just fucking do it. I'm like, how are you doing this shit, dude? It's so mindless. Like,
yeah, I would have to do some antisocial shit like courier gigs for like packages where I really had to talk to anybody, and that'd be about it.
Yeah, I had a friend in college who did courier work. I'm like, why are you doing this work, dude? Shit sucks.
Yeah, I ain't trying to be fired from Futurama and shit. Hell no. If I could help it, but
yeah. How'd you get sick?
That's a good ass question. It's because COVID is oh shit, said the magic word. Anyway, the disease is the most contagious thing that has ever existed so far known to man. So, look, I knew back in 2019 that just by the math of the shit, literally everybody was gonna catch it. So I was prepared for this day. Now I wasn't prepared for it to beat my ass like it did, but I'm alive, so whatever.
How bad was it?
Screaming in bed for like a day.
Damn, Doug.
No, the fucking migraines. Is a specific migraine with Omicron where it impacts like both sides of your temples and shit.
Damn.
So the first day I was screaming. And then the second night I was just moaning in bed. And then third I was just mildly agitated. And right now I'm just waiting for my sense of appetite to come back so I can actually eat regular food again. But whatever.
Jack lost his sense of smell and motivation to life.
See, that's the ironic shit. I didn't actually lose my sense of smell or taste. I just literally lost my appetite.
Huh.
Yeah, it's just like my whole like digestive system just went like, yeah, fuck that.
Courier work is slave work.
Probably.
Might as well be.
And Woody, yeah, I am on a fucking diet now. I'm on a fucking juice diet, and not even by my own will. It's like the only shit you can like actually digest, I guess. I don't know. I think it has to do like damage to the vagus nerve, but it'll fix itself. It's just nobody knows when. But I know a whole bunch of hippies with fucking vitamin packs and all that, so I'll be straight. I'll take some selenium, bro. Like, whatever.
My sister does DoorDash, Uber Eats, etc. She drives around all day and makes like $60. What the fuck? That's it?
Told you.
What the fuck?
Bro, if you want to make good money
Unreal.
driving, you gotta have like a pickup. From what I've researched, like shit.
The only way to make money is good tips. I guess that makes sense, but like, what's considered a good tip for Uber Eats or DoorDash?
I don't know. I used Uber Eats like once, and I had a $25 coupon. It ended up costing me about $30 more and just getting the shit myself. So I was like, "Fuck, nah, I'm just try, do my own work. Fuck that." Also, JS Kalabe, yeah, that long code is some bullshit. You got my sympathy, man.
Let me see. Uber on weekends can be $30 to $35 an hour for a few hours. That is.
Depending on where you at, though.
Huh? Uber Sheets, the new prostitution app.
Yeah, don't tempt them.
Tell me, Jack, what's the color of your Bugatti?
Well, I learned Robinhood lets me do spreads, so give me a few months and I'll be able to tell you.
Nice. God, did you listen to the article I read?
I literally just got here. I was like, oh shit, it's 7:31. I've been trying to catch this motherfucker since like 2:00 in the morning. Let me go ahead and
Yeah, it basically said that a women don't want to be married, which has kind of been backed up by some of the data anyway, as it is. So, like, a women will list on their priorities like marriage and men and babies as being like fifth and sixth or something like that. So,
water, what, all that.
yeah.
Also, I know I keep on coughing, but I'm not about to die, even though it sounds like it. It's just I'm on the ass end of COVID.
It's okay, man. I understand.
Also, white computer power, you're completely fucking right. No, you know you're worse than right because they probably want your ass vax like twice as much, inexplicably.
I do it on weekends in Houston. Sometimes it's trash though. We got Woody Johnson in the chat. What's up, Woody Johnson?
Yeah.
Okay. That's weird.
Oh, you heard an echo. What?
Wait, what?
There's an echo now.
Ah, shit. And we're back. We good?
Yeah.
Woody has his mic cut off because he delivers Uber Eats. I knew it did.
Hold on. Yeah, I still hear myself. Ain't that a bit?
The fuck? Try that again.
Testing 1, 2, 3. Okay, we're good.
All right. Have you been keeping track of any of the what are your the best trades you've done so far?
At this point, I just trade spy and I just trade SPX when I can and spy when I'm on Robinhood. That's it. I do that because I could just do one thing. I use all that bullshit political knowledge I have to make money for once, and I can actually do spreads on Robinhood, so it's actually like a lot easier to make money instead of worrying about theta all fucking day.
We got Woody Johnson back in the house. Let's see what he has to say. Woody Johnson, my dude.
What's up, my dudes? Can you hear me okay?
Yeah. How goes the Uber Eats, my dude?
Yeah, it was great. You know, making $8 a half an hour, maybe. You know,
Oh man.
riding around town, jerking off. You know, whenever you want, just sleeping in your car. Yeah, it's all great. You know, definitely try it, boy. It's very life denying experience. So yeah. But no,
Beautiful.
I don't fucking do Uber Eats and shit like that, man. It's a waste of time and money. It's for it's for kids, you know. I think they like Grubhub. I got it delivered like, well, you know, I think one time, and it was like potheads, like four dudes sitting in a car, and the dude that delivered my food it smelled like Mary Jane.
Yeah, it
So
could be worse. You could be doing DoorDash.
Yep.
right. I mean, it's probably the same thing, you know, but I think it's like a hangout thing, and for people who just want to, you know, just stay busy, work type of shit, you know. My neighbor's kid does that too, you know, and he drives the Nissan Xterra. So she was talking about, yeah, you know, it's he just likes to get a little weed money on the side, and you know, and just, you know, fuck off money type of thing. Is that's about it.
Wish
Oh
I could do
yeah,
Uber Eats, my dude.
yeah. And white computer power, I'm not doing insider trading. I got to work my way up to that.
What's
Yeah,
up,
I'm gonna start doing Uber Eats.
Yeah, it's your way as rich.
I think IT cells, they do that in San Francisco. It might be good money over there.
IT sales.
Yeah. In San Franny.
Yo, can you guys hear me?
Yeah, what's
Yeah.
up,
I
buddy?
can hear you now.
Cool, man. I didn't get the notification until now,
I know, right?
so I just joined. Seems like I joined super late today. Yo, I got a question for Woody, yo. Like, cause I ordered Uber Eats last night. I freaking tipped the driver $3.
Dude, you only tipped me like fucking 250. Don't be lying.
No, no. So in the app it says what you call it, like 100% of the tips go to the drivers. Is that is that true?
uh, I don't know. I would assume, that it does. If not, then yeah, I don't know what they could do about it because most of these are private contractors. With a 10, I think it's 1099. Sorry,
hmm
independent contractors, not private contractors. So the company basically can do whatever they want with them.
So do they get paid like per trip or whatever?
Say that again.
Do they complete or do they get paid per like completed order?
I don't know. I was just kidding about that, but I honestly don't know. I know a few
Uh,
things here or there, but yeah, I don't know if they. I mean, they should, dude. It's pretty cruel and brutal if they don't get all the tips or don't get paid per mileage or whatever, because gas is fucking expensive. So, but in most things that I know, that I guess people just it's mostly kids doing it or really boomer adults double dipping into the market, because they got nothing else to do. So they just go around and drive, shit like that.
Yeah, this
So,
yeah.
sounds like
you know.
sharecropping with the extra steps.
All right,
Hey,
cool.
you have to
No,
work
no,
minimum wage, except you have to buy your own shit and maintain it at your expense.
no, no. I
Yeah.
legit thought you were doing Uber Eats, but no, it's all good. And
Well,
I
usually
was
when I
laughing the
call
whole time. I was like, what the fuck?
usually when I call in, I'm out and about or like doing something. It's either picking up videotapes or trying to sneak into houses with Uber Eats and fuck everyone's sisters. So that's what I'm usually trying to do. That's why I'm on. That's like today I'm sitting right now. But usually I'm driving or doing something. I mean that's when I could jump on and when I got some time by myself.
yeah,
Yeah,
yeah, and
you sound like Pyramid. Yeah.
I finally figured out what you meant by returning videotapes, man.
Oh,
It just hit me yesterday. It was like, oh, Patrick Bateman, I got you, bro. I
yeah.
got you.
It's one of the best excuses to get out of shit. You
Yeah,
know.
yeah.
Yeah.
No, it just hit me. I was like, oh, fucking bass, Woody. Fucking bass.
Based. Yeah. So some people get it, some people don't. It's such an old movie, but somehow it's a cult classic. When I saw it, I was like, it's all right. It's bloody, gory. It's brutal, and it's I don't know what's the term, psychopath or sociopath, what Patrick Bateman is, and so I mean I don't get like what's the point? He's just he just whore maxed and he was a crazy, I guess supposedly a narcissist, which yeah, I mean you pretending to be like a woman and taking care of yourself, is not considered being like if you hey I gotta take care of my skin, I gotta stay in shape, that I guess seems weird for guys, I mean, I'm nothing wrong with that. I mean, other than killing and returning videotapes, nothing, other than that, it's like, it's whatever.
Oh yeah. Other than that whole main plot point thing, nothing to worry about. Just
I
fucking
mean,
yada 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 that fucking murder. Like shit. All right.
Yo, Jack, you watched it?
Hell no. You already know. Why even go there? Why? You already know I never saw it. I only saw the memes.
you
I
should
only
still
know
watch it though.
all I know is that
Yeah.
motherfucker points to the right and you call doubles. Like that's about all I know about American Psycho. Like, shit.
Dubs.
Yeah, Mystery, you watched it, right?
Yeah, I've seen it before.
Okay. The one thing I didn't quite get is that when he goes back to, clean up quote unquote Paul Allen's apartment, that old lady is like, "Are you my 2 o'clock for the Monday?" And you never saw the ad in the Times. Like there was no ad in the Times. And the apartment's all fucking spotlessly clean. Like, and she's like, you should go. You should never come back here. And it's like, who the hell cleaned up the apartment? It's like some mysterious unknown force that we weren't supposed to see or something.
It was me.
Wait,
Yeah.
what happened? I didn't. Maybe I missed the mysterious force part.
Oh
Didn't
yeah,
you?
there's that scene where he goes back to Paul Allen's apartment, right?
Mm.
And the old lady's like, she's basically showing it for, house hunters or whatever. Like new tenants are coming in and they're looking at the place, and the apartment's like spotless, cleaned, and he's just like, what the fuck's happening here? And the old lady's like, are you my 2 o'clock? Did you see the ad in the Times? And he's like, yes, pretending to be like he just showed up. But then she was like, there wasn't an ad in the Times. And she's like, oh, yeah, super suspicious. You should leave. You shouldn't come back. And he's like, don't worry, I'm gone. I'm just like, how? That was like one of the most confusing parts of the movie, I guess, for me.
Yeah.
Oh, did you see that movie, Jack? The one I sent you?
Dude, it was like the day, like a few days after that, I like caught this shit, and I was like focused on nothing else since. This was
Wait,
my first
wait.
day back of what?
Oh, so you were on Chad 19 sickness?
Yeah,
Damn. No wonder you
Y-
were MIA.
yeah, I had that shit since last, like late last week. So, and luckily the vaccine saved me and shit, so I'm straight now.
Oh, you took the poke?
Fuck no, I didn't take the vaccine. You out your damn mind. You be hearing this shit from a Ouija board if I took that bullshit.
Yeah, I think now you got legit natural immunity.
I think I caught it like a few years ago. Like I had it for like a day, and I was short of breath, but I wasn't sure. But I was like scared to death. I had. I was like, all right, I'm gonna just let this shit go for one day and see if it get worse. If it do, I know I got COVID. Then it went away, and it was like, all right, I'm not about to ask no questions. And I think that was during like the Delta era. So
Yeah,
yeah,
no,
that
I suspect I legit had it way before any of this shit even became mainstream. Like
yeah.
like this was probably like February 2019, because I think it really blew up in March. Yeah, I had this weird cold-like symptom, and it just wouldn't go away for like legit 3 weeks. It's like, damn, I can't shake off this cold. And I was like, man, it must have been Chad 19 for sure.
Yeah, because that shit feel unusual as hell.
When I had
Yeah,
that shit, I was out for like 3 weeks, but not like out. Like it was the first 3 days was the worst. Then it got a little better. Just the first week is usually the worst.
yeah, I guess everyone reacts differently. I just felt like I had a cold and kind of felt weak and shit for like a couple of days. And then then I just had this minor cough that wouldn't go away. And it's like you're kind of sick, but you're not sick sick. And I was still going to the office and shit, so like I was normal enough to just work a normal day, just a minor inconvenience. So I guess I
it's kind of
wasn't
like you're
phased.
sick. Yeah, but it's like 5 times worse. You know how you get that, you're dying type of feeling. So basically, it's 5 times worse.
Yeah, no, back in the day, shit, this was probably like 2014 or something. I legit got like the influenza bug. I was like fucking bedridden for like 4 days. It was actually kind of scary. I thought I was actually gonna die from a cold. So compared to that, Chad 19 was practically nothing.
I guess you didn't get the migraine part of Omicron.
Omicron was like the last variant, right? It was like the last
Oh,
big
Omicron's the current.
variant.
Yeah, Omicron's the current variant, and the variant of the variant we have right now is BA.5. Shit's transforming like every fucking few months. So we're on like the what, sixth variant of Omicron, which is already a variant. So this is
I
like
think that
fucking COVID cubed and shit.
Yeah, looks like we lost Woody.
He'll be
Like I said,
back.
he had delivered Uber Eats, dude.
Oh yeah, swine flu. I remember that shit. No. Now I remember. Hold on, Ebola. I remember everybody thought that was the second coming of God's wrath, man. You couldn't do shit if you had Ebola.
Yeah, dude, Ebola was fucking bad. I remember that. I heard that you bleed out of all your holes. If you get that after like 10 days, and I think in Texas they had like 2 people known cases of that, but I mean that seemed like an actual, how would you say, infestation or spread on everybody, because they took real strict measurements compared to what they did with Corona. It almost seems like they knew, okay, this is something to be dealt with, and so,
Yeah.
Yeah,
I'm
but
sorry, I wasn't supposed to say that trigger word,
no,
but
but
it seemed like it was way serious when they were with that than with Corona beer.
I
yeah,
I
but
think. Go
Chad
ahead.
19 is different because it spreads through air, whereas Ebola is just through
Fluid.
contact.
Yeah.
So you're much it's highly unlikely that you'll get Ebola unless you're like in super close contact with someone that had it.
Plus, if you have proper medical support, like if you have proper people supplying your body with fluids and all that, then you can actually get through it pretty safely. Especially if you're in a first world country.
Yeah, I don't think anyone from the first world has died from Ebola. Like the people that got it are medical workers and they got all the care. So
Yeah, I remember that fucking nurse that came back and they put her ass in a fucking tent outside and shit. I forgot who the fuck she was, but I always remember that bullshit. It's like, damn, they got you out in the doghouse. That's fucked up. I think it was a tent outside the hospital too. Like, damn.
That's where you belong, bitch. Now get back into that tent.
Let's see what we got here. We got some Ebola. Has a high death rate of like 6% under good care.
Yeah, I'll defer to Lone Hiker 22. But yeah, compared to Corona, it's way well. I keep shit. I'm just used to saying anyway. Compared to the current BA.5 bullshit, it's way harder for Ebola to spread because you have to actually get in close contact with fluids.
You gotta drink some fluids.
Get in close contact with fluids. BA.5, you just got to be breathed on by somebody who doesn't even know they have it because they're not even symptomatic.
Had her in a tent with 34 ARs aimed at her. Wow. Ebola nurse was still getting Tinder matches. Yep.
Here's a question. Uh, would you guys fuck a hole if I mean a female if she had Ebola?
What in the hell?
I know, right?
Like Ebola? Like is that a question?
Right.
Okay, now you're going back to the old Futurama question of whether you would rather live as a virgin or die having sex. That old Zoidberg episode when they were mating on this planet. And quite a few people would rather just take the death. So the fact that you're introducing a death with a probability of at least possibly living, you should already know the fucking answer for at least a decent amount of people here.
I don't. So is it yes, Jack?
What stage?
I don't know. You're young, dumb, and full of cum at the ripe age of 17. 17 to
She's
25.
Ebola-chan in the flesh.
If she fine, it's a coin flip. Anyway, no, white computer power is not Snoot. No, it wasn't the Snooze 2 episode. That was Amazon Women in the Mood. It was that one with Zoidberg went to his home planet and shit, and that fucking and that fucking female crab chick was trying to fuck Fry, and then Zoidberg saw it and got mad, and then shit. Goddamn, I'm always half remembering shit.
I mean, you remember more than I would. I watched all of I think I watched all of Futurama, but I can't recall like episodes like that. I mean, I know about the Snoo and Zoidberg getting mad at Fry and what else? Sheila and Amy.
Leela.
They had the they had that shower scene together. I remember that. I mean, just few things here or there.
Yeah, I mean, I'm only trying to remember seasons 1 through 4 anyway, so it's easier. I just try to eliminate everything else after that.
Yeah.
I heard
Have
they're
you guys
coming back too.
have you guys watched the new Lord of the Rings?
No.
No.
What about House of Dragons?
I
Never
watched the
even
first
saw the
episode of House of
original.
Dragons. I watched the
Wait.
first episode and I watched part of the second episode of House of Dragons.
Oh, okay. What did you think?
The House of Dragons is generally okay. I thought that I haven't watched the Rings of Power yet, so I have no clue what that show's like. But from what I'm hearing, it's like getting very, very mixed audience reviews, but it has pretty decent like critical reviews, which is kind of suspect, honestly, for a movie show like that. Just because of the way they're doing the marketing and shit like that. It's like, okay, like you're obviously like buying your reviews. So
So Star Wars, okay.
yeah, basically like Star Wars.
Yeah, I think Amazon owns IMDb and such, so yeah, I watched both of them. I actually watched the first three of the House of Dragons yesterday. Just binge watched the first three episodes at a go. I gotta say it's pretty decent. Like I found it pretty entertaining. They're taking their time to develop like all the characters, so it definitely has that vibe from the season one of Game of Thrones. That I
Okay, so how
watched.
long?
Yeah, it's promising. Like Game of or House of Dragons is very promising.
All right.
And then yeah, I watched the Amazon one and I can see where all the criticism's coming from. Like the main character is definitely like a Mary Sue. Fucking Star Wars all over again. Visually impressive. Music is good. Like that's the only good thing. The rest is just like it's kind of boring to be honest.
You said it yourself, Mary Sue. So
Yeah, I mean the problem with prequels is like you know all the main characters are gonna survive, right? But it's you gotta put them in peril, like you know, and then they have to overcome the challenge. It's not like I'm just gonna slaughter the ice troll, like not even try effortlessly. It's just like, yeah, fucking boring.
Yeah, I'm just stick to rewatching Fist of the North Star for now. So
Isn't what's it called? God, I feel like there was some like show that recently had another controversy. Oh yeah, what the hell was it? She-Hulk, or it was called Attorney at Law. What do they call it? I heard that's a
yeah,
fucking train wreck.
Yeah, I didn't even bother watching that shit because you could tell by even just some of the previews and some of the clip highlights. I was like, yeah, this shit's fucking not worth my time.
bro, I already saw Long Beach Griffey, Critical Drinker, and at least a few other people sum it up. So I did not even feel the need to watch the actual.
Oh yeah, yeah. If Critical Drinker says it's trash, I'm literally not gonna watch it. It's like save myself the time.
I heard good things about Critical Drinkers reviews, so I guess he's a legit source, for reviews and things like that.
Yeah,
Pretty
I
much. Yeah,
definitely trust them.
yeah, he's a cool dude. It's like a drunk Yahtzee for movies instead of games. I don't know. The part where she, what, Finley OS, I don't even. I ain't got time right now. I got to heal. I ain't got time to think of that shit. I don't even know whether you joking or not, but just the fact that shit could possibly be true
The
just
part when
irritates me.
She-Hulk twerked, yeah, he's not lying.
Ah, shit.
I'm kind of losing taste for almost everything nowadays because there's too much politics involved. There's twerking involved. There's everything that made the previous characters great is not trash. Now you gotta, it's female infested everywhere, and you have to like this now. So yeah, it's everything is almost fake and uh politicized.
Worst part is they ruining characters that are actually decent.
Right. I feel like that's their job to kind of ruin everything though.
Yeah, no, that whole deconstruction shit, kind of fucking Ryan Johnson era of media.
Yeah, I should have known, man. Like fucking, you look at a picture of Ryan Johnson. It's like it's the very definition of a fucking cucked soy male.
Based
I
and
mean,
cucked.
No, it's like I mean, I'm not trying to harp on race here, but it's like the soy boy white beta male poster child. Like a round fat face, goofy looking.
Alex, that's pretty racist.
Yeah, fuck him. I don't care.
I mean, it might be racist, but that's an accurate California stereotype. God damn it, for a Hollywood writer, like shit.
Yeah, you guys seen Hormaxer 2's that new channel or whenever it streams and stuff?
I don't know why his channel is like set to kids only or something. That's why you
What?
can't get notification.
No, it's 18 plus. I don't think it sets to kid. He actually has it at 18 plus only.
Okay, those are two different settings on YouTube, and I hope he has the right one set.
No, but that's what he said on one of his streams that he has it set to adults only.
Yeah, maybe I'm reading it wrong, but it says this content is made for kids only. And I think and I think if it's made for kids only, you don't get notifications. So it's like
No, but that's
even
the
though
opposite. It's on to wider public if that's the case. But he said that I don't know if he because that's what he said. I don't know what his settings are to his channel, but that's what he said. That's and that's why I'm getting shadow banned or whatever. I mean, he is pretty hilarious and surprisingly honest.
yeah, maybe the text is wrong or not written clearly, but I think it's also the same
Mm,
with QB Willis channel because even though I'm subbed, you can't get notifications.
it might be a glitch in their explanation for this option, maybe. This content is only for kids. Hormaxing and fucking geomaxing. Content only for kids.
Last thing we need to be accused of is some goddamn programming shit.
Yeah, that's true.
Black pillars are the real programmers. Like, hell no, we don't.
Guys, the new season of Rick and Morty started.
Fuck Rick and Morty.
Getting us off of these tactical soap. Never forget that. It's true.
What did you guys ever watch Rick and Morty? I mean, I thought it was. I
I
thought
watched it
wasn't bad.
religiously until they fucked up the season 2 finale.
Okay.
With
I
the
watched
season 3 opening and shit, just undid everything. Like, the fuck was the point of all that drama?
I watched it till like season 3, and then season 4 I heard was again. It was Volk, and that's why I haven't got to it yet. Maybe one day.
Yeah, I think I watched the first 3 episodes of season 1, and then it was on hiatus.
Jazz Kalabe, there's probably some decent episodes of Steven Universe. I don't give a fuck about that either. Like, you're not gonna have me going through here, picking through shit, trying to find, some delicious peanuts. I'm not doing that. At the end of the day, your hands still stink. Yeah, I don't know where that's going now.
Jack?
But it's pretty gay. No, complete vegetarian, complete vegan. I don't do that shit.
Wait, is that true, or are you just fucking around? Complete vegan.
Vegan for now, since I gotta wait for my damn appetite to come back. I told you.
So vegan until you have the beer bug.
No, regular until I had the beer bug, and it took my appetite. Now all I could drink right now is juice.
Oh, okay.
Like, I'm training myself to eat solid foods again. Just ate something like a few hours ago, but still.
Why did
It's
you
like
try some sausage?
No, I did some salsa, chips and salsa. It's like
No, sausage.
Yeah, no, I'm not doing that.
Okay.
Not a sausage person.
What about nuts?
No.
Go ahead. I'll fuck it with you. Go ahead, bro.
Yeah, I know you fucking with me, but no, regardless. It's like after that the virus went through, and I read it's actually common, but it's like you gotta wait for your fucking body to wake back up again for certain functions, because there's probably nervous system damage. Like, I think it's with the vagus nerve, but whatever. Ice cactus, yeah, I know it sounds like I've survived cancer. I've actually helped people with cancer before and shit. It's traumatic, but yeah.
But when you're in it though, it does feel like it's cancer. It's like you're dying slowly, and you're gonna die or something.
Hell yeah. Look, it's like my ass, like COVID made my ass 120 years old. And all these days have been de-aging by 20 years and shit. Like at first I was stuck in bed about to die. Then the second day I could walk around my own room. Then third day I could walk around the house. Like, like Jesus coming back, but slower. Like, I don't know.
Did you lose your taste buds?
No, I didn't lose taste of smell. I just couldn't keep anything down for the first 2 days. Had this intense bout of nausea anytime. I tried to taste a piece of macaroni. I had this intense sort of nausea. Couldn't even eat it. Like next day, I just tried chewing on a piece of lettuce like real slow for like a fucking hour, just to get my stomach to reactivate and shit.
Wow.
Damn, dude.
For real.
Well, when I got the chance, I picked out. I was like, I haven't eaten for a while, and I'm just gonna eat everything that comes my way. Probably after a week or 2 weeks, actually.
I hope it's only a week or 2 weeks for me too, but we'll see.
Wait, how long ago did you get it? Like, it's only been a week.
Yeah, fucking
Oh,
last
okay.
Wednesday or some shit. Like,
Yeah, dude, the first week's the worst.
tell me about it,
You'll be all right, Jack.
bro. I couldn't go to sleep because of the pain and because of insomnia. That was some bullshit.
What are you coughing? I guess is that preventing you from sleeping right now?
No, back during the first few days, it was insomnia. Like I literally couldn't go to sleep except for like an hour or two.
No.
And then I had these huge, massive migraines native to Omicron. It was on both sides of your temples. It was like, yeah, this is currently murdering me. And I'm also afraid to take in water because I'm afraid I'm gonna be getting nauseous. So the water and vitamin C actually did help, but I had to do it slow because I didn't want to throw it up. So
You aren't taking drugs?
oh no, for what?
For painkillers and stuff like that.
Oh no. I don't think I've ever took any painkillers, to be honest.
Yo, you know what
Poor little-
works good? Get some of those CBD gummies. The extra strength 750 milligrams or whatever. It's like one of those will fucking knock you out.
I had some melatonin, but by the time I got the shit, I could actually sleep again anyway. Plus, I don't know. Maybe I do qualify for like medical marijuana now.
Dude,
Might
you
as
can
well
stay
try.
high through your sickness.
You know how much high costs?
$100.
That's food.
No, I mean like getting Mary Jane or getting CBD gummies or whatever, like Alex said.
I don't know. I never shopped for weed before, so I wouldn't even know where to start.
You can get them at the weed shop. I think the ones I got were like orange flavored gummies. I think it was like $35 for these 30 cubes of gummies.
What's how do you does it make you hydraulics or what does it do?
Oh, it just puts you super mellow and chill. Like, so on those extra stressful days, before you want to hit the hay, just take it an hour before sleep, and by the last 30 minutes, you're just like in chill land.
I know
Yeah,
damn
don't,
well if I actually did buy some shit, I would like look like a fucking fed. But I still probably should have did it.
man, they don't care at the shop. They sell it to anyone.
That's the fucked up. If I went in, even if it was like a completely legal place, they'd still think they were getting busted. Like, I'd fucking like, how do you do, fellow pothead. Like I don't know.
Well, hello. I'm here to buy some pot.
I would like to try one of your finest marijuanas, please. Like no.
Can I please have the weed brownies, please,
Yeah, like
sir?
some Charlie Day off a It's Always Sunny kind of bullshit. Just
Do you guys have
Yeah,
the good stuff under the table
they
stuff, please?
they always try to upsell you shit, and so it's like what was that? It's like, oh, we got a new variety of Hindu Kush, and oh, if you want that, I recommend the sativa, and I'm just like, bruh, just give me whatever the fuck is good. I do not care.
Yo, they sell brownies and shit over there, or no?
Yeah, they sell some brownie stuff, but I don't recommend it at all.
I tried I tried a brownie once, and I couldn't feel my face.
Oh, I remember there was a funny clip of I think it was a Chihuahua that ate that, brownie laced or marijuana laced brownie. It was like
Mm.
fucking spinning on the floor like running, all high and shit.
Yeah, animals are funny when they're high. I kind of don't want to
Smoke
get into
like
that
two
shit
puffs of a J and
because
you're good.
yeah, because I mean, stuff like this, it could get addictive, So I try to stay away from addictions like that.
I would say the gummy stuff is pretty mild. Like, I don't think it's addictive at all.
you talking about
What?
edible happiness possibly being addictive? No shit.
No, no, I don't think it hits the same way. The edible stuff, goes to your stomach and then it takes a while to get to your system. Whereas, you're smoking that shit, it's goes straight to your lungs and, it's up in there in minutes.
I still gotta see if my fucking lungs still even work.
Yeah,
You
no,
know
I
what they
wouldn't
do?
smoke
I'm
shit.
bitching. They do.
Well, if you do get the strong gummies, I recommend you try half a cube first.
That's like one gummy, right?
Half of like one gummy cube.
Okay.
Yeah, a friend took a whole one and he was like knocked out in half an hour. He's like, I can't stand, I can't walk, I feel so fucking dizzy, and he literally just like had to lay there on the floor.
So my sober ass missed out on sex and drugs for at least 30 years of my life.
Damn, buddy. That's rough.
I feel retarded. My IQ's probably like 375, and I feel fucking retarded.
Jack, you didn't miss out on. It's like it's not much to.
Woody, please, you my friend, but shut the fuck up. Everybody always says you didn't miss out on shit. But that's always because they've been doing the shit for these past 10 to 20 years, so they just fucking used to it by now.
But dude, it's not like a eye-opening or fascinating experience. It's not like you're going to Burning Man or whatever. But it's nothing. Yeah, it's okay. So there's this trend now of missing out on shit, right? But you're not really missing out on much. If you were, if you were, for example, if you were, a nerdy kid, or if you were kind of working towards your goal that, hey, I want to get to this level one day, whether if it's job wise or mentally, I think that's really the best thing you could do in life, instead of
Man,
trying to
fuck
chase
all that.
after old fantasies or nostalgic memories of 80s or 90s or how things were. There's a lot of that nowadays that that I missed out. It's not just you, it's everybody.
Yeah, I gotta
But
say that
Hold on,
stay in your
hold on,
mindset till you're
Jack.
35 thing is bullshit too. But go ahead, Trollocs.
Like you've drank before, right? And hammered yourself and passed out.
yeah.
Ooh, oh,
I feel like everyone has at least done that. Like just get fucking loaded and hammered.
nope.
Yeah, but you feel like you feel like shit. It's probably like the worst
Yeah, yeah.
high,
So,
you know.
what I was gonna say is like, I mean, nothing's stopping you from, I mean, do it on like say a Friday night or something, and just get hammered, and wake up Saturday and you'll feel like shit for the rest of the weekend, but it's nothing big deal. Like once you experience it, it's like, man, I can't believe fucking people go out all weekend just to
Right.
get hammered. It's like retarded, to be honest.
Well, first time I had sex, it was like, wow, this is going to be such a magical thing or whatever. And once I was done, I was like, I mean, wait, is that it? And I mean, I'm
We
I'm not even lying. It's like that's it, or it's just a hype up to it, and that's about it.
Woody, I completely believe you. But we literally had about 2 fucking episodes over this, and I remember I was specifically arguing with fucking Richard Coper on like episode 7 of this fucking show. Yeah, that might be true, but until you actually do the shit, all you have is a mental model of it, and you're just gonna be thinking about shit in theory, and it's never gonna match.
Yeah, just don't do hard drugs like fentanyl and shit, because you'll never wake up from it.
Oh no, I saw DW. No, the DW had a documentary. They have benzo trank now, so no, and that. And let me describe how bad that shit is. There was a dealer on that documentary about benzo trank, whatever crazy shit they have, that feels she's an ethical dealer because she only deals fentanyl.
Mm.
Do you know how bad some shit is? Where you feel like you're getting people off easy, just giving the fentanyl.
No, no, the
Wow.
thing about that shit is like such a tiny amount essentially could just like literally kill you.
Yeah, I
It's
forgot. I
crazy.
forgot what they call the new shit, robber's crank or something, where you just give it to the person and then you could just rob them a few hours later. Something
Yeah,
crazy.
like so there was this story of like some Floyd, she picked up I think it was like a $20 bill off the ground, and then literally like 10 minutes later she was like ODing basically. Like her lungs were shutting down, and luckily, she had her husband to immediately just take her to the hospital. But it turns out like there was just some tiny amount of fentanyl residue on the dollar or the $20 bill that got into her.
Holy shit, that's how potent it is.
Yeah, it's like
Yeah.
literally fucking grams of powder dust could kill you.
Wow.
Fentanyl could put
I
down a
heard it
human.
was.
Car fentanyl is what they used to put down elephants, I believe. Which so it's like what 10 to 100
Yeah,
times stronger.
yeah, that's what I heard too. I heard it was bad, but it's really fucking bad.
Yeah, if you gotta do drugs, kids, I recommend you stay with crack and meth, something safe.
Well, I want to do fentanyl now.
Yeah, you can at least see an old crackhead on the street. You ain't gonna see no old fentanyl person. And if you see an old fentanyl person, that's a person that's 23 that aged that hard in 2 years. No,
But imagine the bliss you'll be in. Am I right, boyos?
it's not bliss.
No, I think OD is worse. Like your lungs will literally shut down, your organs are shutting down. Like you're literally dying. I don't think like suffocating to death is going to heaven.
Yes, it's not even like LSD. We like learn a lesson at the end, like some old school fucking cartoon and shit. Like, no, you just woke up. That's it.
Yeah, and I heard like drowning is the worst kind of way to go. So like you're choking, you're gasping for air, it's like water rushing into your lungs, and supposedly it's like 1,000 needles sticking all the pain in your lungs. So it's like you're basically suffering until your brain runs out of oxygen, and then you can't feel the pain anymore and you're dead. It's
I
like
got
an
I got a
agonizing 3 minutes before you die.
I got a question. All right. So you have to choose one. Would you rather die from burning or drowning?
I'm gonna go with. Sorry, I'm gonna go with probably drowning.
Yeah, me too.
So 9/11 or Titanic. Okay. I'm sorry,
Yeah.
my mind just thinks that way. I'm not sure why. Like shit.
Uh, okay. So I just saw the chat. Who said that? Uh, wait. Oh, lone hiker. Yeah, cooming while you're dying. Uh, you know what? You know, if you keep that in mind, if you could coom at that time, I think that might be just the best coom shot of your life.
All right, are you talking about all this all these asphyxiation fetish?
I mean, I guess I'm just thinking, since we're since we're talking about drugs and stuff like that, you know, to how to reach the highest or the full potential, you know, of orgasmic that you could be in, you know, if you're in such a brutal act.
No, I think the best way to go out is just go to sleep and never wake up.
Oh yeah, they have. I think they have assisted suicide in Switzerland. I think in Canada too. That's probably the best way to go. Dude, are we? Can we say these words? Because we're just fucking. We're talking like we're talking to each other. You know, IRL. We're saying a lot of
Dude,
trigger words.
any goddamn conversation you don't feel might get banned ain't a conversation worth having on the internet.
Ain't that a thing?
Man, you know what's fucked up? So I uploaded a video of the Supreme Gentleman cruising through California against a nice backdrop of summer music. No words,
Hmm.
no nothing, just literally GTA BMW driving footage cut with uh cut with Supreme Gentleman driving, right? Let me check my email again. What did they say?
They just said GTA driving.
Uh oh, here we go. It says it is from YouTube. Our team has reviewed your content, and unfortunately, we think it violates our violent criminal organization policy. We've removed the video.
Mm. You're a violent criminal enthusiast now, Drolix.
Yeah, it says content that glorifies violent criminal organizations or incite violence acts against individuals or a defined group of people is not allowed on YouTube. I'm like, how the fuck is just a video of a guy cruising in a BMW with the music background going on a violation?
I don't know. Ask the algorithm, god damn it.
I mean, they never talked about this, this incident, with any understanding or having any courtesy, or just kind of having showing a little bit of kindness towards the matter. They just, and I understand, what he did was brutal, but why did that happen? If a female was doing that, everybody would be bending over backwards, talking about why, why, what caused that.
Oh,
And I mean, if you ask me, go ahead, Jack. Then I'll say, I guess why, or what was the biggest factor? Go ahead.
his sister fucking her boyfriend in the room right next to him with thin walls.
Well, that's just one thing. I mean, that
Yeah, but
is
that was definitely the fucking straw.
so. So I think that that throughout his life, his parents, his father was obviously busy, and they uh that even the mother that spent the most time with him, his biological mother, they just I guess according to his manifesto, they really avoided talking to him or communicating with him, other than just throwing money at him, or hey, do this, or it's kind of trying to keep a distance, just being too busy with their life, and not giving a shit, how what kids are doing, what they're going through, or what kind of understanding they're forming into, what kind of worldview that they're forming into. I didn't, according to his manifesto, there's not one point where his parents, actually made a difference in life, other than materialistic items, such as trying to move into a better area or getting him a car. That's where all this really just, according to his writing, again, that's all that I got. But his parents, they, even at the, before that incident happened, his mom just, he even realized that, so this is probably the last time that, I'm going to, be in the house, with my mom, basically, because she was willing to pay for his apartment so he could he could live closer to his college, so I think it's just a very lack of communication or understanding, or trying to, teach kids a better point of view or how things work. That's what I think. His parents are really at fault for this, for their negligence.
Oh, well, Woody, you'll like my next video. I'll upload when I can. I think after this weekend.
You know
Oh,
what,
okay.
man?
Yeah, I think parents are fucking cucked these days, man. They can't do jack shit. I think in ER's case, the parents are also fucking, useless.
Yeah, they were. Dude, that's the thing, man. I mean, maybe I grew up in a complete household, and I understand, my parents were perfect, but they were always there, when I had to ask or know about something, or even talk about, hey, this is how I feel about something, and there was a, time in life that, when I got older, that's when I got closer to my father, and he would answer a lot of the questions in life that I had. It's similar to everybody that when they're growing up, and they would like to know about this. They would, hey, how does this work? What is that? Or just, how should I feel about this, or starting a new job? There's a lot of closure with that. If you have somebody to, especially that's your parents' job. That's who you go to ask regarding everything in life. I mean, you can't really trust your friends and stuff. They do shape your worldview, but your friends are just as fucking stupid as you are, so you're not really getting anything new out of them. They other than just living the similar life that you do. There's nothing really new that you'll get out of them. But when you need solid grounds, that's what parents come in. you know
Yeah, I disagree, Woody. Your friends are about 2 to 3 deviations below you in IQ, it seems like. There's seldom a time you get as stupid fucking advice as when you ask your friends about some shit.
Well, that's what I'm saying, because your friends, they have similar
Yeah,
experience as you do. You know that
yeah,
they're not unless you have a friend that's like 10 years old. There's nothing that your friends are going to teach you other than tell you about useless stuff. Hey, this what happened, and that, gossip and rumors and shit like that. But your friends are just there to have fun and fuck around with, and that's really about it. It's your parents that would have a legitimate, have give you some grounded wisdom, grounded knowledge, which most of the past generation that doesn't seem to have. Their parents were like kind of like, hey, just go out in the world. If you fuck up, hey, it wasn't my fault. And if you made it, hey, good job, but you're gonna get three pats on the back. Just go out there and do whatever the fuck, and you're not getting any wisdom. That's what I feel like, that I guess the boomer generation really, uh there was no wisdom passed down by this previous generation.
Yeah, I think you're right on that for sure. Also, like, I feel like a lot of the kids, I wouldn't say kids these days, but the young 20s and probably 25, maybe mysteries age. But it's like, especially if you're like a Floyd and you come from a decent family. And when I say decent, it's like they got money and shit. It's like they're 25, graduated college, but they still live with their parents, or you know, they live in their own apartment paid for by their parents, you know. So it's like they have a lot of shit provided by them by their parents, like well into their 30s. And it's like, bruh, when I was 19, it's like you're like 18, motherfucker. You're gonna be 21 soon. You're on your own, bitch. You know what I mean? It's
But
like you need to fend for yourself. Like, yeah, my parents will help me, but it's like, oh, you want an apartment? Like, get a job. Like, figure it out. I'm not gonna fucking pay for it.
Wait, so I missed a little bit of what you said. I was having some connection issues. So you were talking about that parents just spend, what they give, they spend and provide needs for their daughters up to 30, and if you're a kid, then they just kick you out by 18 or 19. Is was that the
Yeah,
was that okay?
yeah. So like, one of the things was like when you're like 10, I used to walk to school, right, back and forth. We'll take the school bus and shit, and but it's like, oh, nowadays it's like mommy and daddy will come pick you up at school and take you from home, and in the morning they'll drive you to school, and it's like, it's like, maybe we live in a dangerous world, but I don't think like kids are getting snatched off the street just like that. It's like you're coddled all the way through your adult life.
Well,
There's
honestly,
no.
here's what I'll say. And I have experience from living back in Middle East, and I spent half the time over there and half the time in the US. So I have experience and kind of, I guess, know-how environments for both societies, right? So usually in countries like this, if schooling is already expensive, so you got to be middle or higher middle class, because the governmental school, nobody really wants to go unless they have to, right? So it's like the very poor part of the society that does that. So even transportation, you pay for that. Hey, you're gonna pick up my kid. It's like a little bus, that picks up and does the routes for picking up and dropping off, kids. So I get that part, because if usually if you're, if a kid is just walking alone by some field or whatever. I did that too when I was little. You can get snatched up. I'm not saying that happens all the time, but people can come kidnap you easily, in spots, if they really want to do something like that. And that's probably the case could be better for, if you have a daughter that's walking alone, and I guess just looking at it just as a hindsight that that's a higher possibility if you have a daughter. Now, in our environment, my sister was married off. As soon as he could find the right family for them, and my sister, and I know, and he's the one who's responsible for that, and I know that for sure, that she was pure. She wasn't she he didn't let her go out. Oh, I gotta go with the girlfriends or whatever. Usually we would go to the special family occasions or anything like that. So so her husband is definitely lucky in the factor that they had a kid. They're about to have another kid that that it's his offsprings, right? But until he found a family, and he was looking towards that by 18, I think she was married by I think around 18, age of 18, I forgot. It's been a little while now, so that's when she was married off, but he didn't let her go out alone or do stuff like that. Now for boys, he gave us freedom. you know I have brothers and a sister, one sister, so he did give us the freedom, and
Yeah,
he
no,
was very
Woody,
go
I
ahead.
get it. Like, I'm not saying that, girls should just be treated as boys or whatever. It's like, there is always going to be that certain element of, girls and boys will get treated differently, it
I was gonna
depending
get
on
to your point.
situation.
Remember when you were talking about that what's the, I guess, what's the norm in US compared to what's the norm, was in my family and even further families that I see. I was gonna
Hmm.
get to that point. But we he gave us the freedom, and in our society or culture, we're my family's moderately religious, not crazy religious. I think my mom is further religious, but she's still, I would say, probably a moderate person. So what he did was, that financially, yes, I think it's has the females of the household. I think it's your responsibility as the men of the household to take care of them. Just because if they're not, out there, or being prostitutes or fucking, whatever, it's like, then it's your job to keep them safe and provide for them in case of anything happening, of her husband dying or something happening. The responsibility would fall on me and my brothers, to take care of her and her kids, right? And even
Mm.
our dad. So, but our dad, what he did was, he not only, if we ever needed financially, then he would help us. But I mean, think of it like this: we all work together. We all have our money and resources, going to one place. So that's the culture that I'm coming from. Yes, he takes care of my sister too, but and I also do that too. He's the
Yeah,
main
yeah,
one who
no,
does that.
no,
But we
Woody,
also
I
get
I
that.
get that, but what I was trying to get at is that, when you're a kid, yeah, fine, it's the parents' responsibility to take care of you. But then what I'm saying is, at least when I was growing up, it's like, oh, you're 18 now, oh, you're 21 now. Like, don't expect help, essentially. It's like you're on your fucking own, essentially.
What drawbacks
And
you?
and
Okay,
what
go
I'm
ahead.
trying to
Finish your
say,
point.
yeah, what I'm trying to say is like, in today's day and age, it's like, oh, you're still a 30-year-old and getting help from your parents. So it's like, when do you actually grow up? Like, in your fucking 40s? Like, you've already lived half your life. I mean, it's kind of too late to be asking for help at 40, is what I'm trying to say. It's like,
Right.
where the fuck were you? No, and I think that's what's happening. Like, there's a lot of fucking grown-ups just in name, but they can't fucking do jack shit because they don't know how to.
Right. No, I get it, because I think, as boys, you should, because again, I live in a different environment. The whole family lives together, and doesn't matter if you're going to be married or not. We just build bigger houses, just for that. And the separation amongst kids and parents, and a lot of piece of shit parents, like, they deserve to rot in nursing homes. I get it, especially if you have bad parents. But if you have good parents, that's the best thing you can do, in my opinion, instead of getting your own houses or moving across countries, or moving across states. That's still pretty far. And I would say, that the kids do need to, especially boys, because females are supposed to be married off. Their husbands are supposed to take care of them. Initially, that to me, I think is the best model for kids. Kids, when they finish their education, they go off, to work and provide, and also, give back to their parents or the household, as a collective. I honestly think that's the best strategy to go further in life. Because if you're gonna be individualized, eventually, you're just working and taking care of another house, and then you're I mean, there's so many problems with that. But in my opinion, yes, boys should be pushed not, to be independent and start working and providing. You have your parents for support, but it should be only in the worst cases. You know what I mean? Because then you should be contributing, and you should be, giving back at that point, in my opinion.
Yeah, man, if only we lived in a culture where ambition wasn't something to castrate out your boys.
Well, it depends on every household. What can you do? I'm assuming, that most people. I think it's like half and half. Because it's also the culture and the society and the environment. The things that you talk about. You were early talking about that I miss out on that, and this is. I think it is a societal view of it that we have now. I missed out on doing, drugs, but, I could either pretend, oh, hey, I missed out on doing this, and or I could be like, all right, it's whatever. This is the end goal of it. It's not the best route to take in life. So it's like, I kind of see it as that way. And, or else you could torture yourself mentally. Hey, I missed out on that, I missed out on that. You can't.
Nah, dude, I say missed out is relative. Like, oh, you missed out on drugs. Like, who fucking cares, bro? Like, no one.
No, that's an example.
What
That's an that's an
yeah, yeah,
example.
no. What I'm saying is the tragedy is like we all fucking missed out on teen love
Yeah.
and actually trying to ascend legitimately. Like, it's one thing to be, oh, I don't go MGTOW or whatever, or MISTOW rather. But then, it's like there's plenty of boyos that want a GF or wife or, the blue pill waifu, but it's like it just doesn't exist for us. That's the real like tragedy of quote unquote missed out.
I disagree, Drawlix. I think few people, if you're far, for example, like, let's take you, right? You're doing well off in your industry. You're doing something that you wanted and you work hard for it. I think you have ascended. And I think you have that, getting married problem solved too, as far as I know. Going back to your homeland, and you kind of, broke the system in a way. You're gonna make money over here, and you plan on, you know either being married or having kids, back in homeland. So, in my opinion, everybody has a different understanding of ascending. If it's a white picket fence, if it's being blue pilled, then hey, that's what it is. But once you know the black pill, I think ascending is money maxing. At least being in a career or field that you're not dreading. At least you're content with that. And that's what I think is ascending. Hopefully Jack has that. Hopefully Mystery has that. You can't get everything, honestly.
As soon as I make this stock shit work, I guess.
Well, are you kind of? I guess for Jack, I don't know if you have a career setup, or you're just kind of, working in corporate or whatever. I guess, are you kind of similar to Drawlex on doing what you kind of studied for or whatever, or not really?
Hell no. All right. I'm gonna be real honest for a sec. I could never really get by in college because I have a whole bunch of thoughts, but turning them into a form that other people can understand was extremely fucking hard. Even if I was actually technically good at English. So if you ask me to understand some shit, that's fine. If you wanted me to make an essay about it, Well, no, I'll just quit the class. So yeah, I got cucked by the fucking English language in college.
Yeah, I do have an ability to quote unquote bullshit my way through. That's literally writing an essay.
Yeah, I had to write an essay for one of my classes recently, and you literally just have to like BS your way through the paper, as Jalik said, and beyond that, you also honestly have to like the if you know that society is becoming more cucked and soy, you kind of have to write an essay like a gray man would, where it's like you kind of have to write an essay where it's like, okay, like I know what you want to hear, so I'm gonna write exactly what you want to hear. Like you want to hear capitalism bad, weird stuff because it was the paper was about an economic situation, so I was like capitalism kind of weird, bad. These things would be better. Socialism here, socialism there, stuff like that. If you write
Yeah.
a paper like that, dude, you'll make it to every single fucking exam,
Yeah,
every single
Here's what
fucking
that
paper.
that
hold on. Hey, Mystery, I gotta ask. So this was like, my senior year in CS. They fucking introduced some bullshit graduation requirement. Like you had to take a qualifying class that, passes a diversity and inclusion requirement
Wow.
bullshit. Yeah, so I took American history or some shit like that. And, the debate was like, should it even be called America? It's like racist. It should be called some, native Navajo land or some crap. Like,
Turtle Island or
American
whatever.
history woke.
yeah, yeah, yeah. And
It's not American history X. It's American history woke.
pretty much. And I was like, and it was kind of actually refreshing because, like, man, the shit that I'm doing in CS is like, oh, write some scheduling algorithm for your operating system. Fucking write a bunch of code to do this kind of task or whatever. So it's really more technical, hands-on, hard-ass shit and more abstraction shit. And then I come to this class, it's like, today we're gonna learn about the Latino struggle in America. And your homework is to watch this 30-minute video and write a one-page summary of like what you learned. I
Yeah,
was like,
not
are we back in fucking kindergarten? Like, watch a video and write a how it made you feel. Like, and
Right.
the midterms were coming up and shit, and like half these kids are like, I can't even do a group presentation. I can't, like, oh my God, we gotta write a 3-page essay. Like, that's so hard. And I was like, bro, come to my operating systems class. I don't think you'll even survive for like a class, right?
Right.
It was like I was transported from super high IQ to, wow, we're back in kindergarten in college class. And all I remember was the final was like an in class, probably like a fucking 10-page essay bullshit. It was like pick 3 topics that we learned in class and write basically an essay about it. And you had to write in all 3. Or, like 3 of them, or 3 topics out of the many topics that we learned in class or whatever. And so basically, if you never came to class and you never read the homework assignments, like you were just literally fucked.
Yeah.
And
So
so,
college is
yeah,
easy mode now.
it is. I was like, oh my God, like all I have to do is show up to class, pay attention, and write a bullshit essay for my final. I mean, I
yeah.
wish like my fucking operating system class was that easy.
Now I'll tell y'all how I could tell I probably had like legit autistic tendencies to like an extremely fine degree. Like I'm like
Mm.
1% Ronin. Not only would it be hard for me to put my thoughts into words, but I would also bend over fucking backwards and nearly actually kill myself to say something honest. And I would not
Hold on,
put
I'll be
down
right back.
anything until I could do that. So it would be like morally incapable of me to bullshit through a paper until 10 minutes after it was due. And it was already too late.
Yeah, I saw a lot of boyos fail that fucking class because they don't know how to bullshit. Like being too honest might be a detriment in life. Sometimes you gotta be ruthless, cutthroat, lie your way through. I mean, my whole attitude was like, oh fuck, it's just another bullshit requirement class. Let me get through it, you know? Like I literally don't remember 95% of shit that was talked in that class. Because it was like literally garbage. Like who cares? It serves zero fucking purpose in advancing my life, only solely for the fact that it's a fucking requirement. Just another tick on the checkbox that I need to complete just to get my degree to advance my shit. And here I am, advanced. Like looking back, it's like, wow, that was such a fucking waste of time. But
No, I
sometimes you
was.
just gotta lie and claw your way through bullshit in life.
I did not know. Look, back then I was smart enough to get into college, but dumb enough to actually try and learn something. So, needless to say, I didn't make it.
Yeah, it's never too late. You could still always go back to college, but just make sure you're learning practical, useful shit, not the SJW garbage.
You ain't gotta tell me twice. Hell no, I ain't. You think I'm trying to get 6 figures in debt? Trying to fucking. I can't even fucking. I don't know. Qualify for the Kamala Harris fucking loan program? Like, no, I'm not. Like, oh, let me get my bachelor in gender studies. Like, I'm not doing that bullshit. Crazy.
Yeah, yeah. If you're not going for STEM or medical, you're fucking wasting your time
It's
and
no
money.
point.
No, but I'm saying, use the minority card to your advantage.
Yeah, no, it's just at this point, it's just building up the will to even live and shit to be like keep it to be honest. It's like, all right, considering what's been wasted in the considering the road ahead, like, is it really worth giving a fuck enough to even try? Like, then I just have money after all that effort. Well, I really is there really anything in life like even worth enjoying now, or what? Especially when you don't really have a past experience to compare to. That's part of why that lack of experience fucks with people. They don't have a
Mm,
barometer of actual. I'm serious. If you don't
no,
have
no,
that,
I hear you, dude. Like, 'cause I mean, I was dirt poor before, quote unquote, I ascended financially. So I have seen the poor life versus the, well-to-do life, so to speak. And I mean, I'm doing good for myself, but it's not even anywhere near close to like the ultra rich or anything. So, I mean, I can only imagine, right? But looking back, like let's say 10 years ago, it's like, and then how I live currently and how much I make, it's like, what the fuck would I be doing had I never, say, went to uni and got a STEM degree in career max? It's like I'll probably be just doing the same bullshit that I was doing like 10 years ago and complaining about how I can't get ahead in the system.
yeah, I mean, on a level deeper than that, like on the level of like sensation, like joy. It's one thing if you like felt good about something before in something in life and you're just trying to get back to it and that's what you're working for. It's one thing if you, it's another if you've never felt that. You got to operate on fucking faith. Like at that point, you're, and I'm not saying this against Christianity, but you're operating with the same logic as a Christian. Like, I don't know what's out there. I don't even know what good is, but I'm operating on the faith the good is as good as it's promised to be. And that's hard to fucking maintain for all your life.
Yeah,
It's
I
hard to even
mean,
do when you're young.
yeah, it took me 5 years to get to at least somewhere decent, and that's like a fucking lifetime investment, if you ask me.
Yeah. For people that like 25 up, I would say even if you're not like, probably part of them are gonna do it to feel better. Probably a vast majority are gonna do it so they don't feel as shit as they do now. Just keep it fucking real.
I think at the end of the, I was gonna say at the end of the day, it's a calculated risk, not like on blind faith. Like it could pan out. I mean, I could have easily dropped out, still ended up fucking jobless or homeless. But it's like, you know,
No, it's definitely a calculated risk, but it's a risk around something you can't really conceive of yet. Like, I don't know, if you've never had six figures and you never lived that lifestyle before, you can't exactly picture what that's like before you actually get there. And it might be actually better than and just as an hypothetically, it might actually be better than what somebody's thinking, but they won't know until they at least reach that point somewhat. Till then, they're just kind of operating on faith a bit. Operating on hope as a practical matter.
Yeah, hope him always sells, dude. It's like Woody Johnson's gone. I didn't know he even left.
he said he would be back, but then he dropped, so.
Yeah, Uber Eats spares no man.
Yeah, it sure doesn't. All right, let's end the stream. The music's been going for a while now. Let's end the stream. Jogs, my dude, last words.
I got no last words today.
All right, there you go, buddy. Thanks for coming on, my dude.
Yep, take it easy. We're halfway through the week.
We are. Jack Nickelback, my dude, last words.
Yeah, that's kind of a poor expression to use with somebody with COVID, but here I go.
Oh, God.
What shit? God damn it. Fuck every time. God damn shit. All right, give me a second. God damn it.
Jack Nickelback, last words.
What? Look.
Every time.
It's not every time. It's every time I come back fresh, man. Like,
yeah, it's true.
I
You
haven't
come
been
back
on
here
this
fresh,
bitch
and all
for
of a
like a
sudden,
month.
Woody Johnson's back. Well, dude, you're too late, dude. I'm in the stream. You can just go ahead and go.
All right.
Well, let's see if the last words he wants to say. Let's see. Woody Johnson, you have last words? Woody. Woody Johnson, my God.
All right, I'll just say mine then.
Go ahead, buddy.
I would guess that hope isn't exactly always delusional. Or at the very least, delusion isn't always impractical. Sometimes that's all you got.
That's a good way to end it. It's a good little blurb there, like that.
Yeah, put that shit on a Hallmark card.
Yeah. Yeah, all right, man. Thanks for coming on, my dude. Always a pleasure.
Same.
All right, peace out. All right, well, stop the screen, and then there was one. Good night, my dudes. See you later, buddy. We got Knight from Finleos. Not the bodybuilding type, terrible for lifespan and health. Let's be a wagey and beta bucks to a roasty in her 30s, bro. Yeah, dude, let's do that. All right, guys. I'm telling you guys, buy the book. The book will set you free. I swear to God, buy the book. Is having a daughter the most cuck thing you possibly imagine? Think about it rationally. You're feeding, clothing, and raising a daughter just for her to get fucked in every hole. Think about it rationally. Well, I'm telling you, buy the book. Buy the book. And cheers. Sandman literally said in his last one of his videos, he's like, if I don't get any more donations, guys, swear to God, I'm not gonna be able to do this show anymore. It's like I had to cancel the show. It's like, oh shit, he's threatening to cancel the show because MGTOW's fucking dead, dude. It's a dead fucking meme. Yeah, he's like, I'm gonna cancel the show if I don't get any more donations. I'm like, oh shit. He didn't really say cancel. He said something more along the lines of like he might have to like modify the show a little bit to like get some more money in the door because he already got demonetized. So kind of funny, really. Either way, my dudes. Hope you guys enjoyed another episode of Wednesday Night WINsel. I've been your host, Mystery School. Please like, share, subscribe, leave a comment if you like the video, hate the video. As usual, whenever you guys, that wisdom is gold. See you guys in the next one. Peace out. And cheers.